Up here.
Yes. Thanks, Paige.
Right, come on in here. Join the party.
Jessie Holmes.
How you been?
Good to see you, Bruce.
Jesse, good to see you.
Yeah. Great to be here.
Thank you for taking the time coming to talk to us. You kind of ran over and grabbed everybody to come here to talk to us. How are you?
I'm doing great. You know, it's you spend all this time worrying about all these things you got to do before that ride, and you maybe complain about it a little bit, and then you get out there and you're like, man, this is so positive for the sport, and just seeing so many people excited about it. I think the sport's heading in a great direction.
Heading in a great direction. What do you think, Dallas?
Well, it's exciting to see here, you know, another big race. We're starting off another one. We got some great coverage going on here. We really want to get to know some of the mushers and their teams out there along the way. So can you tell us real quick, kind of what is your game plan going into this, and what is your dog team's strong suit?
My game plan's always been to get a lot of rest in the beginning and build my team up and, you know, see what they can do in the end. I think this year really suits that strategy. And, yeah, my team's strong point is they have a great attitude, and they're big, strong, and they're fast.
So for you, you've done this thing a couple times now, right? What do you think that you have improved on? Like, what you have taken a step forward in, and what are you excited that, all right, this is what I'm better at now?
So I raced in North American with a lot of these dogs about 5 years ago when they were yearlings, and they're a very fast dog team. I've done really well in mid-distance with them, and then I had a good run in the first Iditarod, but I always try to look at the weak points of the dog team and build upon those instead of the strengths. The strengths are always going to be strong. That's their natural strong point. So living in Indiana on hard, fast trails, you know, that's just building their strong points. So I moved out to the Denali Highway, and we have just had the most awesome winter to build their weak points, which is, you know, going slower through trudging through deep drifts and breaking trail. And I feel like we've done a lot of justice to that weak point, and to where it's maybe even stronger than their speed point now.
Jesse, 7th place in your rookie year, 27th last year. What was the difference?
Oh, you know, God was good to us the first year, and I was patient, and I was, you know, over patient. I didn't even think I was gonna, you know, have that great of a run, and the dog said, we're ready after Shagaluk. You better get with the program. And, you know, last year, you know, I was gung-ho and ready to do it, and I gave him a lot of rest in the beginning, but I tried to take it right back in the 24, right out of there with the long run, and I just don't think that's the way to go about coming off the 24. I'm gonna come off of there with a lot of patience this year and do my racing on the river and the coast.
We just saw you taking off on the start in Anchorage. So if you look at the screen there, you can have a look at yourself starting off this year's race, and talk us through it. What's going on in your head, what you're thinking, and this very moment. Is it a special moment for you?
It's a very special moment for me because I've worked with this group of dogs for 5 years, and they're my heart and soul. They're big, they're strong, they got great attitudes. I love the attitude in the dog team, and it's something I never try to take out, and I try to build on their dogs. You know, I don't want to change that. You know, sure, sometimes that helps, you know, that they're calm at the start, but these dogs want to express themselves, and I want to encourage that. And
so, two-part question here. You're a pretty athletic guy. You don't mind doing a little bit of running. One, do you think that your experience doing that sort of stuff, being a human athlete, helps train dogs? And secondly, does it help on the trail?
It definitely helps on the trail because I'm going to be right there working hard the whole way, ski poling, running towards the coast, you know. But I got a strong team, and I'm going to be really putting a lot on the brake and the drag for the beginning. But, you know, it helps me with my, you know, cognitivity. Is that the right word? Cognitive?
It works,
you know?
here.
Yeah, it helps my mind, you know, like out there. But what it really helps me with is I have an empathy for them because they're an athlete like I've been. And I don't want to put them out of their comfort zone. I don't want to see them unhappy, overexerted. So, I mean, I know exactly what it's like to be tired. But one thing it helps me know is how humane mushing really is. You know, these dogs want to do this just like I want to do it. It's not easy. It's hard. There's a lot to overcome, but we want to keep going, you know, and they're the same as me, so.
Excuse my ignorance. What kind of sport did you do?
I did a lot of ultramarathon running for a while, mountain racing, like Dallas, and I really enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to getting back into it.
So you know know the pain, right?
Yeah, well, I know the pain. I love the pain. Type 2 fun.
No, but I know exactly what you're talking about as an athlete myself, where I've seen good coaches and I've been there, done that as far as an athlete myself. I really do think that empathy is exactly the word that I use for it. It helps you understand, and I feel like having that insight helps you as the musher, the caregiver, do a better job of being aware and providing for their needs, which is what a musher's job is, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just because we want to go all the time doesn't mean we should go all the time, you know? So knowing when to rest, knowing recovery is just as important as training. And I put a lot of focus on recovery in the dogs. And I feel like they're fully recovered from the best season of training yet. And, you know, knowing that they need that.
So they're on their A game, they're ready to rock and roll. How about you? How has this winter been for you? Are you feeling like you're strong, you're ready to go, your mind's in order, and you're ready for this?
It's been cold, it's been windy, we've had deep snow, we've had bad surly moose in the trail, so I feel really well prepared. It's got me on my A game and tougher. I know the dogs are ready, but it's always me that's the weak point. I got to be the decision maker and the coach out there and guide them in the right direction.
Jesse, where are the food drop bags for your 24? Can you tell us?
One place to Cotna, you know.
Period. Like no other options.
Yeah, it's and I've done that every year, but it's been in Ophir, and I feel like going to Ophir's been a little bit far, and I always wanted to stop in Cotna or McGrath, so I don't really want to send a bunch of like amazing stuff out to all these checkpoints and have 3 or 4 different options. I just kind of set a concrete game plan, and so I'm excited to go to Cotna. I think it's a better strategy for a competitive race.
And what was your bib number?
I'm bib number 34.
Okay, so
I reached in that boot and I tried to grab number 2 or number 3, and God was with me, and I got number 34, and I think that's just right.
Well, you are patient, and you've talked about trying to be patient in the early part of the race, and I'm wondering, is 34 at a place where you've got to maybe you got to get up a little bit closer to the front because of what could happen to the trail in the mountains?
No, I don't think that. I think that being about 6 hours behind is probably going to be the plan, and hoping that the trail's going to be a little firmer, and you know that rest is going to help me keep a 9.5 mile an hour speed, which is a winning speed.
Okay, that's simple.
Dallas has proven that. So
Steady's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's about being 9.5 at the end.
Yeah.
Anybody can go 12 miles an hour in the beginning. That doesn't say anything. What I want to see is the team that's doing 9.5 at the finish line.
Yeah.
That's a strong finish. Well, it sounds like you've got a pretty good game plan here. Sounds like you feel pretty confident about your decision-making process. So I'm excited to see you rock and roll on the trail, and want to wish you the best of luck out there.
Well, I want to thank you guys for being here. I think this is really good for the sport, and anytime you guys want to interview me out there, I'm happy to contribute. And thanks for what I think. I see the sport going in great directions and great places. Even though all the opposition that it's getting, I see nothing but positive things for the future of the sport.
That's very nice.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Jess.
I'm sure that those words, Bruce and Greg heard those words very well, so they would probably annoy you on the trail.
It's all good. I haven't had a film crew going.
Yeah.
So I have lots of energy to spare.
All
Thank
right,
you so
good.
much,
Yeah.
and enjoy
Yeah.
the last night
Yeah.
before the real
nice to
start.
meet
You
you.
too.
Yeah.
Safe
See you
travels.
guys.
Go get him,
Thank you.
Jesse.
See you out
We'll
there.
see you out there, huh?
God bless.
All right.
We've spoken to some real nice mushers here.
Well, and we've also when we arrived, you guys were talking to Brent Sass, right? We just spoke with Jesse